I know that with my own children, there is such a hands-off approach when it comes to their education, their academic education, and mostly all I'm doing and all I have done with my children is to check in and I guess coach them through different things that they're going through and really just being there for them when they need support. But in terms of academic support, I feel like, very separated from that. And with a lack of knowledge, a lot of parents have a lack of knowledge of what's actually happening at school and what's required of them for studying and all that sort of thing. So unless you're a proactive parent who asks those questions, it's very easy to just let it slip and slide and not really know how to support them. So how do you suggest that parents do that?
Yeah, look, I think even for the most proactive parents, there can still be challenges, like inherent challenges. You don't have visibility over what's going on in the classroom. You don't have visibility over, your child's digital learning space or even just the digital personal space. So I think visibility is definitely a challenge. But at the end of the day, what we sort of really work hard on with students and parents is designing some sort of a strategic approach. You need to know where you're heading. And it goes to your point before about checking in. Having a strategy makes it really easy to check in and go, are all stakeholders in there? I'm using very, sort of corporate language here, but when you think about it on scale, it shouldn't just be parents and child and that's it on this journey. It actually is much more effective when you have what we call at Kalibrate a guiding coalition to be able to support you through it. What that means is that you've got less single point of failure. If you're the only person that's going to monitor your child's device use or their study habits and all the other influences around them are dragging them in different directions, it's not coherent, it's not consistent. And so that's really going to be a big challenge as well. So I think that strategic approach really just, it aligns so many other things. It takes the tactical approach that you get at schools and with tutors as well, who are very, very good with the knowledge and the information. That's what they're really good for in terms of making sure they've got the information to put on the exam paper. But what about the skills about how do I process the information? What's the question really asking? When I've got 6 assignments, how do I weigh them all up? How do I make big life decisions? I think they all come back down to, or they're a lot easier to answer, we find, if there's a strategic approach, because everything that doesn't align with the strategy goes out the window. Everything that goes towards the strategy, that's where you put your effort, your time, your resources, your money, whatever it is. And it makes it much easier. It eliminates decision-making fatigue, and that is a real thing. We see students overwhelmed all the time, paralyzed, because there's so many different options. Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I start here or there? And it translates to parents as well. And sometimes parents inadvertently add more options to their kids'